HYBE headquarters was raided by police. Bang PD could face life in prison, as HYBE may be going through the hardest period in its history. Video of Jin being carried goes viral, and the military discharge dates for the BTS members have been revealed. Watch till the end to find out the whole story. BTS is being credited with helping save John Cena's life. Here's what the wrestler revealed. At the 2025 Fan Expo in Texas, which took place from May 30th to June 1st at the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center, actor and wrestler John Cena opened up about something many people didn't expect: his connection to BTS. On May 31st, during a question and answer session, someone in the audience asked him about the popular K-pop group. What followed was a very personal and emotional response. Cena, who is now 48, said that BTS came into his life during a time when he was going through struggles with his self-esteem. He explained that the members of BTS gave him a sense of hope and inspiration, not just because of their music, but because of the kind of people they are. According to him, they helped him believe in something again at a time when he really needed it. He admitted it wasn't easy for a man his age to admit that he was dealing with emotional issues, but BTS somehow reached him in a way that very few things could. When the topic of his favorite BTS member came up, Cena didn't hesitate to say it was J-Hope. That answer got a huge cheer from the crowd. Fans already had a feeling J-Hope was his favorite. In 2023, while J-Hope was serving his required military service in South Korea, Cena posted a picture of him on Instagram. The post didn't have any text, but many people thought it was Cena's way of showing support for J-Hope during his time away from music. This moment at Fan Expo wasn't the first time Cena had spoken about BTS. Over the past few years, he's talked about them many times, both on social media and in interviews. In 2021, while on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Cena explained that BTS fans had helped him feel confident enough to publish 2 books that focused on mental health and taking care of yourself. He had first posted a message on social media in 2018 about self-love, around the same time BTS released their Love Yourself album. When fans responded with encouragement, he felt motivated to keep sharing. He said that the message BTS promotes about loving yourself was similar to what he had been trying to say. He even gave credit to the fans, saying that his books wouldn't have happened if the BTS fandom hadn't supported him when he first opened up. That support gave him the courage to keep writing. Cena also talked about the huge influence BTS has on young people today. He said the group's focus on mental health, kindness, and being good to others has reached people all over the world. He described BTS as more than just a music group. In his eyes, they are leading a movement that encourages people to be honest, heal from their struggles, and make the world a better place. Other people at the event also shared their personal experiences. One fan explained that she had been watching Korean dramas for almost 20 years, but never really listened to K-pop, until she saw BTS's V in a K-drama. She said this happened during one of the hardest periods in her life. She was broke, emotionally drained, and trying to appear strong while secretly feeling like she had nothing left. Seeing V on screen gave her comfort and became a turning point for her. Cena's feelings about BTS clearly go beyond just liking their music. His support has been steady and genuine. Whether he's quietly posting a photo to show encouragement or publicly praising the group's impact, he keeps showing that BTS means something real to him. His words at the event reminded everyone that the group's influence isn't just limited to teenagers or fans in Korea. It reaches all kinds of people, even a world-famous wrestler. Even though Cena doesn't claim to be an expert on K-pop, his story shows how BTS has affected people in powerful ways. For him, their message brought comfort and strength when he needed it most. Through their music, the way they treat people, and the positive things they stand for, BTS has become more than a band. They've become a source of hope for people who need it, no matter who they are. The official military discharge dates for all BTS members have now been confirmed. With just a few days left before his return, BTS member V is getting fans more and more excited. On June 1st, he posted a screenshot on Instagram from a military discharge countdown app. The app showed there were 9 days left until he finished his military service on June 10th. But that wasn't the only thing that caught fans' attention. V also changed his profile picture to a photo of himself in his army uniform, feeding a sheep. This unusual image made a lot of fans curious, and many quickly headed to Weverse to ask him about it. When one fan asked what the name Elio meant, and why he was feeding a sheep. V explained in a lighthearted way that Elio was the English name he had used when he went to an English fairy tale school. He also joked that he had even bought grass to feed the sheep. His funny and unexpected answer only made fans more interested in talking with him. During the same chat on Weverse, fans wanted to know how he was feeling now that the end of his service was so close. V said he was excited and asked fans what they wanted to do when he came back. When someone asked what he planned to do first after being discharged, he made it clear that his top priority was to see armies. He said that they had waited for him, and now he wanted to know what they wanted to do together. His answers showed how happy he was to be returning, and how much he valued his connection with fans, even after all this time. Now, the rest of the group is preparing to come back. RM, who enlisted with V on December 11, 2023, is expected to be discharged on the same day, June 10. Jimin and Jungkook, who both joined the military the next day on December 12, 2023, are expected to finish on June 11th. Suga, who started his service earlier on September 22, 2023, but served as a public service worker instead of in the regular military, has a slightly longer term. His expected discharge date is June 21st. Big Hit Music hasn't officially announced the discharge dates for all the members, but based on the usual length of military service in South Korea, these are the estimated timelines. Around the world, fans are already counting down the days. Many are getting ready to celebrate the moment when all 7 members are finally back together again. When the group finally reunites, it won't just be another comeback, it will be one of the biggest events K-pop has seen in years. Video of Jin being carried goes viral. Jin made a surprise appearance during 2 of Coldplay's concerts in Seoul this year, and fans were thrilled by what happened, not just on stage but also behind the scenes. It wasn't just about the music. It was about a reunion between 2 world-famous artists whose friendship began back in 2021 when BTS and Coldplay released their hit song, My Universe. This special moment happened during Coldplay's Music of the Spheres tour stop in Seoul, with the final concert taking place on April 25th. While Jin was rehearsing his part of My Universe during soundcheck, Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, walked up to greet him. But instead of simply saying hello, Chris picked Jin up and lifted him over his shoulder, making it look effortless. Jin burst out laughing and jokingly said that he still needed to finish rehearsing. His voice echoed around the stadium as the two shared the fun moment. A few weeks later, on May 31st, BTS's official YouTube channel posted a video that showed what had happened during the soundcheck. In the video, fans could clearly see Chris Martin lifting Jin and carrying him off while Jin laughed loudly. The video quickly went viral. Before that, Coldplay had already shared a photo of the moment on their social media accounts and app, but seeing the full video made the memory even more special for fans. This wasn't just a random celebrity moment. For many fans, it showed how close Jin and Chris Martin have become since their first collaboration. Back in 2021, their song My Universe brought together one of the most famous rock bands in the world with the most successful K-pop group. Since then, people have watched their friendship grow, and Jin showing up at the Seoul concert felt like a special treat. Right now, there's no official news about another collaboration between BTS and Coldplay, but the strong bond and fun energy between Jin and Chris Martin make it easy to believe that more could happen in the future. For now, fans will hold on to the joyful memory of Jin laughing and being lifted into the air by a rock star, and many are hoping this is just the start of more amazing surprises still to come. Fans will be sending trucks in front of HYBE's building. Here's why. As Jungkook gets ready to finish his military service on June 11th, fans all over the world are coming together to celebrate his return. His supporters are organizing large events, eye-catching ads, and public giveaways. Many of these projects cost thousands of dollars and have taken months of planning. In China, a major fan group is leading one of the biggest events. From June 11th to June 14th, they will run a food truck right outside HYBE's new building in Seoul. For 3 days, the truck will be handing out 150 free drinks each day. These include iced Americanos, lattes, and grapefruit tea. On the first day, the first 100 fans who arrive will also receive special fan-made gifts that show Jungkook's image. The truck itself will be decorated with messages like, "The world is waiting for your voice." This Chinese fan base is also sponsoring a bus that will drive around the same area from June 11th to 15. The bus will be wrapped with large images of Jungkook and messages welcoming him back to civilian life. In Seoul, many busy shopping and travel locations will display celebration videos on huge screens. At COX Mall, which is one of the biggest malls in the city, a massive 100-meter-long screen called the S Live screen will play a special Jungkook video. Other screens at the entrances of COX Mall and Parnas Mall will show the same video. These ads will be seen by thousands of people every day. Jungkook's Korean fan club has been working on its own projects too. Since April, taxis in Yeoncheon, where Jungkook has been doing his service, have had full car wraps showing artwork and messages for him. These taxis will keep running through June. Starting June 5th, 2 premium buses in Seoul will start displaying similar messages. These buses will travel through busy parts of the city like Yongsan and continue until July 4th. At Incheon Airport, another fan group is running a video ad project. From June 9th to 15, a screen in Terminal 1 will play a 20-second video from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day. That's 20 hours of non-stop looping video showing messages of support for Jungkook. Online, fans have been reacting with strong emotions to all these efforts. One user said they were amazed by how many beautiful projects were being planned and hoped Jungkook would get the chance to see them all. Other fans thanked the organizers for putting in so much work and said they were impressed by how united and thoughtful the fan base had become. Already more than 50 banners have been seen near the military base where Jungkook is stationed. Some fan groups are also preparing charity events, adding a meaningful twist to the celebrations. These events and projects, ranging from public transit ads to drink giveaways, show just how deeply Jungkook's fans care about him. Many of them have spent months and a lot of money to make these things happen. As the countdown to June 11th continues, the excitement only grows. These fans are doing much more than waiting. They're actively turning Jungkook's return into a worldwide celebration. From drink trucks and video walls to social media messages and wrapped taxis, this isn't just a welcome home. It's a massive display of love and appreciation for BTS's youngest member. Bang PD could face life in prison, as HYBE may be going through the hardest period in its history. As BTS gets ready to return from their military service and meet their fans again, their company, HYBE, is under serious investigation. Instead of celebrating the group's return, attention has turned to HYBE's founder and chairman, Bang PD, who might be facing criminal charges for what authorities believe could be dishonest actions involving money and company information. The problem began with events that reportedly happened back in 2019, a year before HYBE officially became a public company. At that time, Bang reportedly told people who already owned shares in HYBE that the company had no plans to sell its stock on the public market, a move known as an initial public offering, or IPO. Some investors believed him and sold their shares. But while Bang was giving that public message, he was also said to be privately making a secret deal with 3 South Korean investment firms. According to investigators, this private deal promised that if HYBE ever did go public, Bang would share profits from the IPO with those 3 companies. The deal was never revealed to other shareholders or the public. When HYBE finally launched its IPO in 2020, its stock price dropped quickly. This caused early investors, who stayed with the company because they believed it was a good long-term decision, to lose a lot of money. Meanwhile, Bang reportedly received around 400 billion won, which is about $289 million, from the investment firms thanks to the hidden profit-sharing agreement. South Korea's main financial regulator, the Financial Supervisory Service, is now running a fast investigation to see if Bang broke the Capital Markets Act. That law says companies must clearly share all important financial deals, especially ones that could change how investors view the company. If a company keeps these deals secret while someone makes money from them, it can be considered a serious crime. The Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency has already asked prosecutors for permission to search HYBE's headquarters and collect important documents. If prosecutors move ahead, and Bang is found guilty of hiding this information and making illegal profits, he could be sentenced to at least 5 years in prison. If the profits are proven to be more than 5 billion won, or about $3.6 million, the sentence could be even more serious, possibly life in prison. HYBE is also facing another investigation at the same time. One of its employees is being looked into for insider trading. Prosecutors believe this person used secret company information to buy and sell HYBE stock before the public knew what was happening. They suspect the employee made about 240 million won, which is around $173,600, from this illegal activity. As part of that case, police have already searched HYBE's main office in Seoul. HYBE became globally known as the company that helped BTS rise to fame. When it went public in 2020, it was seen as a huge moment for South Korea's entertainment industry. But now, just as BTS is preparing to return to the spotlight, these investigations have raised big questions about how the company is being run. Some people are starting to wonder whether HYBE's leadership can still be trusted. As investigators continue to dig into Bang PD's business actions and the possible illegal activity within the company, HYBE may be going through the hardest period in its history. Whatever happens next could have a huge effect, not only on Bang's future, but also on how the public sees one of K-pop's most powerful companies. HYBE headquarters was raided by police. HYBE is now facing serious legal trouble. Prosecutors recently raided its headquarters in Seoul to investigate a case of insider trading involving one of its high-ranking executives. This case is centered around YG Plus Inc., a company connected to YG Entertainment, another large K-pop agency. According to legal sources, the HYBE executive, whose name hasn't been shared with the public, is suspected of finding out early that HYBE was planning to invest in YG Plus. Before this information was made public, the executive reportedly bought shares in YG Plus. Once the investment news became public and the stock price went up, the executive sold those shares and is believed to have made about $176,500 from the trades. The Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office carried out the raid and is now trying to find out if this action broke South Korea's financial laws. These laws are designed to stop people from using secret company information to make money on the stock market. If the executive is found guilty, they could face criminal charges and possibly jail time. The punishment would depend on how serious the violation is. This isn't the only legal problem HYBE is dealing with right now. Even though these two investigations are separate, they are both raising serious concerns about how HYBE has been run. The company used to be praised for growing so fast, especially thanks to BTS's global popularity. But now, with these legal issues happening just as BTS is getting ready to return to the spotlight, people are starting to question the decisions made by the company's leadership. So far, HYBE hasn't said anything publicly about the raid or the accusations against the executive. Bang PD also hasn't made any statements about the investigation into the IPO. Both cases are still being looked into by prosecutors and financial investigators. These two major cases, one about someone possibly using inside information to make money from stocks, and the other about whether investors were given false information, have made HYBE's future uncertain. Fans and people who have invested money in the company are watching closely to see what will happen next and what consequences, if any, the company's leaders might face.